this shit. Got my fucking stomach in, never eat a fucking again. Better pray for all my sin, I don't feel no pain again. Fucking quit, got my fucking stomach in, I don't need a fucking again. Suffer now for all my sin, never feel no pain again. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
Waking up like I ain't broke. All I need's a fucking smoke. While I fucking walk, drink another fucking coke. Food just make me wanna choke. Got my stomach by like snook. No, that's not a fucking joke. Clear my plate, I'd rather croak. Extra shit like a bad plot. Mentally, all I do is rot. Feels like I've been fucking shot. Fuck this life, I only set my lot. Why so fat? Why so fat? You so ugly, got no tats. Why so fat? Why so fat?
Now you feel just like a man.
If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
Feel so nauseous, I can't eat. All I want's a fucking sleep. Call it out, that's not a leap. I won't, so I'd rather weep. Fuck this shit, I don't know why. Makes me wanna fucking die. All I do is fucking cry. You won't see me eye to eye. I ain't hungry, eat no steak. Want no bake for your cake. Fuck them bitches, they all fake.
They just judge and want a snake.
Bile in my throat when I see a fucking note. I don't want to fucking choke. All I need's an antidote. When I die, so she wrote. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the stream, yo. Welcome to the gosh dang stream. All right. How's everyone doing, y'all? How's everyone fucking doing? Damn right. We're here on a Sunday, yo. The fuck? Open on Sunday? Damn. This sure as fuck ain't Chick-fil-A. Yeah, dude, it's the opposite of Chick-fil-A over here. Open on Sunday. We not Chick-fil-A. All right, don't get used to it, y'all, okay? I don't plan to do a shit ton of Sunday streams all the damn time, all right? This is a rare occasion. And I'm doing this for a reason. Ben raked me and the leaves in the backyard. Damn. This is Burger King? Nah, dude. This is better than Burger King, alright? This is better than Chick-fil-A, better than Burger King, better than all of that. This is goddamn Whataburger. Actually, no, this is Wendy's. Wendy's even better. I haven't been to Wendy's for a while, but Wendy's is dope. Anyway... Started writing a fanfic before I actually started writing original works. Damn. Well, fanfics are dope. I know a lot of people like fanfics. I've seen some decent ones, and I've seen a whole lot of shitty ones. So, you know. Fanfics are kind of hit and miss. Fuck Whataburger and their Christian patriotism nonsense. Wait, they do that? God damn. So you're saying they're just as bad as Chick-fil-A? Fuck me. No, Peyton. Fuck you and your terrible memes, alright? You get 15 demerit points for that. for that joke, all right? For your fucking dated hit or miss meme, yo. That's an actual fan fiction based off 9/11. Wait, what? Harry Potter and the Tumbling Tower? No. No. That... Oh my god. Okay. That sounds like it's in really poor taste. Oh my god. Well, whatever. Better than me saying somebody touching my spaghetti. Oh my god. You're just a fountain of dated and ever so slightly offensive jokes. It's fine. I love it. All right. I love it. I love it, Peyton. Mom spaghetti? Hell yeah, dude. Mom spaghetti. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. Okay. Dude, you ever hear just like one tiny little piece of like a song lyric and like you suddenly want to launch into like singing that whole song right from that lyric? I can't help it, yo. I can't help it. If I could turn back no. I'm not singing that song. 9/11 spaghetti. What the fuck is my chat today? What the fuck is this chat? I don't even know. I love y'all. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are beautiful people, okay? Have a sip of this Coke. And we'll jump into shit, alright? We got stuff to talk about. Alright. But before we do that, I'm going to say hi to everyone in the chat. What up, Hyun? What up, Bill Portley? What up, Peyton, the protagonist? What up, Realize TV? What up, Gizmo Duck? What up, Ray Gunner Gaming? What up, Origin of Language? What up, Fendrana? And what up, Krista Valancourt? Valen? Yeah, did I pronounce that right? I feel like I pronounced that right. Or close enough. I don't know. Oh, and what up, Graham Dolph? Oh, and Evan T. How's everyone? How the fuck is everybody? I hope y'all are doing fantastic. You said it right. Based, yo. Normally, I fuck up a name that long at least once when I try to pronounce it first, so. He's always here with us, too. Oh, don't forget Satan. Yeah, dude, Satan. Yes. Hail Satan, all right? Obviously. Palms are sweaty, knees weak. No. I love y'all, no. Uh-oh, someone threatening to dox you, or are they making accusations? Well, let's get into it. Let's get into the situation. Some of y'all may have heard me talk. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to move the fucking fan on me a little bit. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. Okay. All right. So, I guess let's put that over there. All right, guys. God damn it. We good. All right, guys. So, as some of y'all know, all right, there's been a little bit of drama, right? A little bit of shit going on with the drunken peasants and Benpai in particular. Long story short, just to recap, yeah, there's been a situation. Um, Long story short, just to recap, Ben's one of Ben's exes or victims rather came forward on Twitter talking about a bunch of stuff, bunch of fucked up shit that Ben did to her, and just his manipulation and his like really poor behavior in their relationship. And she was out there just kind of venting about it, and I've known for a while that there's some issues with Ben, that he's not a good person, that he is I've known he was a man whore. I've known he's like cheats on his girlfriends and has a wife and shit that he doesn't tell anyone about. That's kind of fucked up. But when this person came out revealing the some of the shit, not all of it, not even most of it actually. I've talked to her in private, and there's a hell of a lot more that I don't know if she's ready to come forward and talk about yet. But when I saw that, I was surprised no one was talking about it. So I decided to start talking about it on my channel. I did a stream called The Benpai Problem, where I just kind of sat down and gave my thoughts about Ben, talked about some of the shit that I know about the situation and shit that I've heard. And, I wasn't really accusing Ben of anything with that first stream, which is what I think is kind of the funniest part of the whole thing, because that seems to be the stream that has been triggered the most. But we'll get into that. So during the course of this stream, so I did one stream, you guys know. I did the Benpai Problem. And then after I did that stream, a couple more of Ben's victims came forward, started talking in the comments of that stream. And we realized that there were a few women that Ben has fucked over, allegedly. No, he's definitely fucked over. He's allegedly, because whatever, we don't. There's no like definitive hard evidence, but there's been some alleged date rapey behavior and possible even drugging. What we do know is that there is definitely some coercive behavior, and trying to pressure women into drink and get high as fuck out of their minds before he fucks them. And there's I've interviewed 2 women who have come on and told stories about him having sex with them while they're blackout drunk and high and shit after he piles them with that shit and pressures them into it for the first time. It's kind of really fucked up, all right? It's kind of really fucked up. And, I thought this needs to be talked about. No one's fucking talking about this, and Ben kind of gets away with just, controlling the narrative and burying any dissent or any criticisms. And I thought that was not okay. So I, decided to dedicate a bit of energy and time on my channel to exposing some of this. Ever since, obviously, there's been a lot of drama. There's been a lot of, DP and Ben supporters that have come after me. Pimp Monk has low-key come after me. Jeff Holiday has outright come after me on Pimp Monk's show. People like Missy Ann have come after me. A bunch of people lost their shit, right? In defense of Ben, of course, and started slandering and smearing my name, which I don't really care about, because I know that anything these people say about me is probably bullshit. They don't even know me, which is kind of funny. Like, Jeff Holiday's only criticism of me really was that I'm an idiot and I'm lame and I suck and I'm just garbage. Real top tier critical shit, right? Really cutting to the core of my being with those insults. Definitely tailor made to my to just expose me and cut me apart. I've responded to some of these streams. We've had a laugh at them. even though the situation is still really kind of fucked. And in that stream where Jeff came after me, he was also attacking the victims and releasing their private conversations with Ben from when they were still in a relationship. You know, before they had realized they were in an abusive situation. And, you know, the line has been pushed that, oh, well, you know, they wouldn't be talking positively with him and, you know, acting like they're in a relationship if it was abusive, right? Because nobody realizes they're in an abusive situation later on, right? That never happens. I did a whole stream talking about the psychology of abuse victims and, you know, the whole situation with even getting to see your abuser in court, or like we talked about a lot of shit. And you can go watch my refutation to Jeff Holiday if you want to see that, because I believe it's all in that stream. But it's really quite obvious for anyone who knows anything about trauma and abuse and, you know, shit like that. So anyway, ever since I did any of those streams, I've been I've gotten quite a few emails, I guess, from YouTube saying that I've been flagged for privacy complaints. Which, at first, I thought was really fucking weird because, you know, in all my streams, I've not really been making any claims or revealing any new information. I've just been, you know, either platforming information or, in the case of the women telling their stories that I interviewed. And in the case of... what was it? The first stream I did, I was showing everything that was on Alicia's Twitter. And so unbeknownst to me, apparently there was a screenshot or a couple of screenshots on Alicia's Twitter that I showed that, I guess had someone's name and avatar or whatever in it. Now, I'm gonna go out of my way to not mention the name of this person, even though I want to make it very clear that I don't have to do that. I'm gonna repeat that. Even though I don't have to go out of my way to avoid saying this person's name, I'm going to do so anyway, as a sign of good faith. Even though, as we'll get to in a second here, this person is not acting in good faith. The supposed private information that I got flagged for is literally someone's first name, maybe their real last name. I don't know. It's a possibility. It could be. And their a tiny ass little user image. All right, that's what was shown. And there was I guess there might have been a DM that I read from this person to Alicia as well. Again, I'm not gonna say this person's name, but the message that I read, the DM that I read on Twitter, and the reason I read it is because I realized that it was relevant to the situation that Alicia was putting forth. Apparently, this person had messaged Alicia, or I guess Alicia messaged them. I don't remember who messaged who first, but I think Alicia messaged her. It doesn't matter. One of them messaged the other and said, Ben is doing all of this shit. Ben is dating multiple women. Just thought you should know. And the other woman went, oh my God, I had no idea. I'm pretty sure the other woman was Sapphire. I didn't say it. The other woman was this person whose name I am trying to not say. Now, from what I've seen, it looks like this woman, who, by the way, is, I guess, still in contact with Ben, which is why, I have sympathy for her, especially, like, people keep saying she's one of Ben's victims, and I'm not taking her feelings into account, and how dare I claim to care about victims when I'm willing to spread the information of victims all over the place, which, yeah, me saying a name and, you know, showing screenshots that are already posted publicly, that's somehow the same thing as me spreading information everywhere. But basically what it looks like is this woman that Alicia messaged, this woman's first reaction was, oh my god, I had no idea Ben was doing this. I feel so sick right now. This is disgusting. I can't believe this. Then she proceeded to turn around and start defending Ben. And the reason I called this person out in my original stream is because this person was also posting on or commenting on a Facebook thread where Ben and Jeff Holiday were making light of the situation with Alicia and making fun of her and making fun of the fact that Ben basically went on a trip to Canada and cheated on her on that trip. And they were joking around how, oh yes, I did go up there to meet a secret lover. It was Jeff Holiday. Me and Jeff are actually in love. And then, you know, him and Jeff like joking around. And this person, who apparently doesn't want to get involved in anything and wants to be left alone and wants to be keep quiet, didn't keep quiet. She jumped on board and added to the bullshit making fun of Alicia, which I think is fucked. Now, that doesn't mean that this woman isn't potentially still a victim. She might be. She might be coerced by Ben on some level. Maybe he has something on her. I don't fucking know. But what I do know, or what I suspect, is that the minute I did this stream, this woman didn't watch my stream. Ben watched my stream. And Ben was looking for an excuse to have it taken down, because of course he was. And I suspect that me saying this person's name and their name being on the screen for a few minutes, was Ben's perfect fucking opportunity. Because if this person had come to me and said, please remove my fucking name from your stream, please, I don't want to be involved in any of this, I would have obliged. Which is the other reason I'm going out of my way to not say this person's name, because they don't want to be involved. Fine, I'll respect that. However, I'll only respect it to a certain extent, because... Alright, this is where shit gets complicated, because this person came, and yeah, someone in the chat makes a good point. She did make herself pretty public on here a few weeks ago. That is true. She came into my fucking chat because I was talking about the fact that I had gotten my original Benpai stream false flagged, presumably by Ben. And this person came in my chat all of a sudden, for what reason, I don't really understand, to defend Ben. And, well, I guess from her perspective, set the record straight. A person who supposedly doesn't want to be involved in any of this, wants no part in it, doesn't want her name attached to this in any fucking way, would, rather than just sit back and let Ben take the heat for this false flagging, which, let's be honest, this woman can say that she was the one who flagged me all she fucking wants. I don't think anyone with a fucking brain believes for a goddamn second that takes Ben completely off the hook for flagging my channel. It's very clear to me that either he did it himself and is pinning it on her, or he asked her to do it, or more than likely he made her aware of it and convinced her to do it. For your own safety, your privacy, your information's being spread all over the place. We know Ben is a master manipulator and a huge fan of gaslighting and, using these kinds of techniques to, like, control women. So, am I saying I know he did that? No, but I highly suspect that that's what he fucking did. And, furthermore, I'm going to say this. Even if this woman is telling the absolute truth, she found out about this herself, never heard about it from Ben, and she made the decision to flag the stream because she really does believe that her fucking privacy was violated. Fine. In that case, I want to ask why I have received privacy violation flag, whatever things, strikes or whatever, for multiple other streams where this person's name was not mentioned once. Specifically, the interviews. My interviews with Taylor and Amina. I have received emails telling me that both of these streams have been flagged for privacy concerns. Now, here's the complicated part. When my original stream was flagged, I was given a bunch of timestamps of all the areas where this person's name was mentioned. This time, all they did was flag the entire stream, which makes it kind of hard to know where the fucking privacy violation supposedly is. But also, there doesn't seem to be a way to just appeal it. I think because in these matters, YouTube looks into it themselves. Now, it seems like YouTube made the decision even after, for whatever reason, I had already blurred out every single instance of this person's name being mentioned. The only thing I left was me saying her first name out loud, which I don't think is a violation of any privacy. Like, if I go around on the internet as Jamie, and you guys know my name is Jamie, and then someone's doing a stream and they're like, oh, this Jamie person said this, I don't then get to go and say, which is literally what I said. I said, this Jamie person, right? That's literally anytime I referred to her. I don't get to go turn around then and say, you doxed me. I doxed you for saying your first name that you go around referring to yourself as anyway? What? What? That's not a fucking privacy violation. That's not doxing. And I've seen enough. By the way, I've seen a number of DP fans try to call me out for this over the last few months, that I claim to care about victims, but then I go around doxing them. That's not doxing. Do you know what doxing is? Doxing is revealing someone's private personal information that could actually lead to their identity being revealed. If you were going around with your real first and last name on the internet and that shit, you were going around like that publicly, that's maybe not something you should do. I would probably suggest changing your last name or something to something people don't know. And even your first name. If you don't want people to even know your first name, then I seriously, I swear to God, like, don't use it. You don't get to say that someone doxed you because they said your first name. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Yeah, this person in the chat's like, it's like you filing a privacy complaint because you said my name. Like, it's on the internet because I put it there. Yeah. She also, when she came in my chat, accused me of spreading all her information. She wouldn't say anything specific, which is, by the way, why I don't believe she came in here in good faith. I don't believe she came in here to actually get me to stop mentioning her. I believe she came in here to play defense for Ben and to push a narrative. And because I said, okay, fine, I'll remove your shit, but you don't get to, like, false flag my entire stream, though. That's bullshit. And she just kept defending it and be like, but you spread all my information. You spread all my information. I spread nothing, dude. I showed literally what was on Alicia's Twitter. That's it. And if you had asked me to remove it, I would have removed it. But, yeah. So, I found something else funny. Someone is still false flagging me, by the way. Because after that person left my chat, they said, you know what, fine, if you promise to leave me alone and stop mentioning me, then I'll stop, I'll leave you alone and I'll, you know, I'll stay out of it or whatever. And that's what she said, right? Over the weekend, I have gotten 2 emails, both for the same stream, both different timestamps on the same stream, telling me that I have more fucking privacy violations. And what was funny, so there were two segments that were timestamped. One of them, and I'll admit I was a little wary of even saying this at the time, but one of them was me pointing out the fact that Ben's name is already out there. Which it is, but I maybe he flagged me because it's like, oh, well, you're still suggesting where people can go find it, so that's technically doxing, even though, again, if your name is on a public website, like, that's not doxing at that point. It's out there. It's public knowledge. The other area that was timestamped in that stream was, surprise, surprise, me mentioning the first name of this woman. Are we talking about Pimling's former co-host? Missy Ann? No. This is a woman who has been involved with Ben, who is supposedly a victim of Ben, but not a victim of Ben because she keeps defending him. And I don't know. Some of y'all probably know exactly who I'm talking about. But no, like I said, I'm trying to not mention this person's name because as much as like I said, I have every right to mention your first name. No one can just figure out everything about you by your first name. And if you're worried that people who are already in the DP community and already follow these communities, who already knows who you are because they've already heard of you, and that if I mention you in some way, like in relation to this, that's somehow doxing. No, it's not. Because again, you've gone around these communities very publicly, letting people know who you fucking are, what your name is. You don't get to turn around now and suddenly be like, oh, now no one's allowed to mention me anymore. If you really want to stay out of Drunken Peasants drama, then you should have just not even involved yourself if you were really actually truly worried and not just lying about it to as a reason to flag my stream. If you were actually genuinely worried about the mentioning of your name in my stream, you could have come to me and DM'd me and said, please take that down. Please remove me. I don't want to be involved in any of this. I just want to be left alone. And I would have done so immediately. But you trying to weaponize the flagging system and get my fucking streams taken down, where I'm trying to give a platform and a voice to victims of abuse, Go fuck yourself. Seriously, go fuck yourself. I'll respect your request to not be mentioned, but I genuinely think you're a shitty fucking person. And you should think good and fucking hard about what you're defending and what the outcome of what you're fucking doing right now. You are literally attacking victims for Ben. I'm sorry, you can frame it however the fuck you want. You can use whatever dishonest framing to make yourself look like the victim in the situation. You're not. If you are a victim and you want to come and tell your story, I'm open. I fully am accepting of people who want to come on and talk about this shit. I will be nothing but fucking understanding. I will listen to your every fucking word. But you don't get to play the victim card while taking actions that go to silence other victims. That makes you, if not an actual abuser, at the very least, someone who is aiding and abetting an abuser. So go fuck yourself. You want to come and defend Ben and say, I'm the one who took down who flagged these news streams, which, again, I don't know why. You flagged me just talking about you, and you flagged me mentioning your first name. That's not doxing. That's not doxing. People know my first name. I don't get to say, oh, you're doxing because you said my first name. If I didn't want people to know my first name, I shouldn't go around using my first name, right? Holy fuck. Like, I can't believe, like, people are, like, don't understand this. Like, what? Yeah. How many people are there on the internet, do you think, with that name? You think you're that special? You think you're the only person with that name? Like, what the get out of here. But now, after you supposedly said, okay, fine, you're done flagging me, someone flagged me. It's either this bitch or it's Ben. Someone flagged. And by the way, I think I got like 4 different notifications of privacy flags in the last like week. I got 1 for each of the interviews, 1 for the Taylor interview, 1 for the Amina interview, and I got 2 for the same stream, my responding to Benpai Simps stream or whatever, Benpai White Knights, whichever. It's my follow-up to the original Benpai problem stream. It's still in that DP drama playlist if people haven't seen those streams. This is not acceptable. This is not okay. Since when is it fucking acceptable to false flag someone just for talking about you? Since when is it acceptable to dude, especially like in the drunken peasants community, I remember a time where if there was even rumblings of someone related to the drunken peasants community flagging anyone, legitimately or not, that person would be done on YouTube, or at least in these circles. And I'm not saying I necessarily want to go back to those times, because I think it can be valid to flag people, but flagging anyone who criticizes you, flagging someone for calling you out for disgusting behavior, why the fuck is Ben allowed to get away with false flagging? Why isn't his audience calling him out on this shit? You have a disagreement with me, you won't even respond to me publicly. You won't even fucking respond to me. But you sit there, hide behind your fucking keyboard and your abuse victims. Your women that you have to defend you at every turn. And throw fucking potshot flag attempts at me. Like... You think you can just quietly make it go away if my streams disappear? You think I'm gonna shut up about it? You think enough people don't fucking know what the deal is by now? You might be able to, you know, set things back a little bit. You might be able to, you know, get a video taken down here or there. Oh, there we go. There's Ben in the chat. There's Ben pretending to be one of his simps. Ben's information is not public knowledge. First of all, I'm saying, Ben and company, stop using this vague language of information. It's called, the information we're talking about is your name. And yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. There are websites where you can just search Drunken Peasants Ben and your real name comes up. Official websites. That's, like, I'm sorry. If you have a problem with that, go deal with it. Go contact those websites and tell them you don't want your fucking information up there. Furthermore, though, I want to make it clear, I've never mentioned Ben's last name once. Not a single goddamn time. One person mentioned it in my chat at one point, and I think we even went out of our way to blur it out. We even went out of our way to blur it out. I'm a doxer. I never even said his full name, so your assertion that his name not being public knowledge makes me a doxer is laughable, because you can go back through this entire stream and all of my streams, and I've never said Ben's last name once. Yeah, also, I'm incentivizing harassment? What? Do you know what words mean? I think you mean inciting harassment, but, no, I'm not. The one who, yeah, I know that's an alt. Trust me, I know this account. I know and, like, you're not clever, by the way, Ben. You're really not. I'm gonna log on as some random anime bitch and, like, you know, pretend I'm someone who actually gives a fuck about Ben enough to defend him. I don't care about you, dude. But yeah, no, so I'm not inciting harassment. I've given women a chance to tell their stories, how they see them from their perspective. Ben can have a different perspective all he wants on those stories, but you know what? That doesn't mean that these women don't have the right to talk about their stories. What doxing was done? What fucking doxing was done in either of those women's interviews? None. I'm sorry, it's not doxing or revealing of private information to tell your own story, something that happened to you. It's just not. And you can say you can say all you want, oh, this person's wrong, they have the wrong idea, whatever, but as long as, like, that person reasonably believes what they're saying about you, it's not revealing anything private. You are a harasser. You don't care about victims unless they play into your narrative. So I think this is really funny. You and your little simps, Ben, have been saying this for a while. And by the way, I want to make it clear that Ben absolutely views himself as a victim in every fucking And again, listen to these women's stories. It's very clear he victimizes himself constantly. And it's always, poor Ben, everyone's attacking poor Whittle Ben. Yeah, that's another thing. Having heard from the victims, I didn't choose to harass you. I simply chose to avoid you. That is true. I have never told anyone to go harass Ben. I've never told them to bother him or anything. I've said this is something that happened that needs to be talked about. And people can make up their own decisions how they what they do with that information. Honestly, I don't really care. If people want to hear that information and say, yeah, I don't care, I still want to support Ben, fine. I don't care. But I want people to know the truth. Because there are definitely people out there who are like, who have heard this shit and are like, oh my God, I can't believe I supported this person. And if I was supporting Ben still, which I did for many years, I would want to know what I'm supporting. Yeah, the only harasser here is the sexual one. Absolutely. But no, so yeah, Ben is supposedly a victim. This woman is supposedly a victim. Again, if this woman was a victim of Ben, again, if she's a victim in any way, like if someone else is victimizing her, I'm pro victim. People can make whatever fucking narrative they want. Try to be like, you don't actually care about victims. No, I genuinely do. As an abuse victim myself, there is nothing that breaks my heart more than someone not being able to talk about their own fucking abuse story. And so all I've fucking done is allow people to tell their fucking stories. If this woman wanted to tell her story, she has every right to. I would absolutely allow her to. And if she wants to be left alone, I would absolutely allow her to do that as well. But, oh yeah, that is absolutely Ben. Anyone who thinks that's not Ben, like, and you keep revealing yourself because, again, like, I know that Honey Tea account that you had on Twitter was also, I know that's you, Ben. Everyone knows that's you. Anyone who's like, had any kind of extended DM conversations with you has, like, taken one look at that and confirmed that to me. They're like, yeah, that's almost definitely Ben. You can sit there and play, like, reasonable doubt all you fucking want. Okay? But, and obviously I can't prove you're Ben, but, like, come on. We can all tell. Okay? But yeah, no, if someone's a victim, and also, if someone felt victimized by me in some way, I would want to know. If I did something to hurt someone, I would want to know. See, here's the thing. You want to know something? I'll concede. Maybe that stream, maybe me even mentioning that woman's name, sent her into, like, a fucking, like, a tailspin of panic and anxiety. Maybe I ruined her fucking day or week just by mentioning her name. Maybe I somehow harmed her by doing that. Okay? If that's the case, I would be extremely sorry. I would never intend to do something like that, and I would try to make up for it. But I have to admit, I'm a little skeptical overall. I'm skeptical. I'm honestly skeptical that this woman was even the one that came in my chat and that it wasn't just Ben pretending to be her. Like, I'm skeptical all the way down. Because if this woman claims to be a victim of anything, then she should know what kind of behaviors Ben has been getting up to. And, like, I'm sorry if she thinks that, like, even if she, like, to give her the ultimate benefit of the doubt and say that she happens to have been in a relationship with Ben, and from her perspective, he is a perfect gentleman. He never did anything to her, and she finds it really hard to believe that any of these other women were abused. I could believe that you believe that, but then again, if that's the case, all you need to do is not get involved. Because just because it didn't happen to you, or you don't feel like it happened to you, doesn't mean that it didn't happen to other people. So, like, on so many levels, what you're doing here is wrong. On so many levels. You don't get to victimize other victims and then get a free pass and say, well, you're a victim too. No. If you were a victim, you could have just fucking come to me and said, look, I'm a victim of Ben in some way. Just leave me out of it. I don't want anything to do with it. It's too painful. And I would have completely understood. Because at the end of the day, this narrative that Ben and his simps are trying to push about me is honestly laughable. And, like, it shows, it really does show, like, they don't even, see, they're not even smart enough. That's what I think is hilarious. They're not even smart enough to, like, watch me long enough and try to get to know something about me so that they could make their criticisms actually make sense. Because, again, for anyone who actually watches me, hearing someone just say, you don't care about victims, and you're only willing to listen to victims if they go along with your narrative, which, again, also isn't fucking true. If someone wants to come and tell me that they're I don't know, that they're a victim of TJ or some shit, I would listen. I would absolutely listen to anybody who claims to be a victim. I'm not sitting here just trying to, like, push some vendetta against Ben. I've literally defended Ben from these claims back before I had any evidence of them. And I said, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's not, like, push unfounded conspiracy theory. I literally have footage of me doing that on my channel. So, like, like, anyone who knew me just a little bit or watched me just a little bit or had any knowledge of my channel would know that you people don't know a goddamn thing. And you're just clearly deflecting and like, it's kind of sad, Ben, honestly. You're, like, flailing around, running around like a chicken with its head cut off, desperately trying to do something to discredit me or get my videos taken down or silence the victims or whatever you can do. You're just, like, frantically, oh, this Jamie person, fuck, don't, she's a scammer, she's a fucking drama streamer, she's fake accent. Like, it's not working. It's not effective, and it's kind of fucking sad. You might have some people in your audience brainwashed enough to just go along with whatever you say and ignore all criticism that comes your way. But I've already witnessed the fact that there are several people in the DP and DP adjacent audiences who are smarter than that. They don't just hear someone say, oh, this Jae Darké person is a fucking idiot. Fucking cringe. Shouldn't even be taken seriously. There are smart people in your audience, Ben, who hear that shit and go, well, even if that sounds credible, maybe I should look at this for myself because I want to know, you know, all sides of this situation. And I know you know that, which is why you're desperately trying to take down my fucking streams. Because you don't even want the information out there. I think you also know that having that drama be talked about on Pimp Monk's show only hurt the situation for you. Because, again, people that watch Pimp Monk are not all just fucking idiots who, you know, just hear someone being taught, especially when it came to, like, I mean, Jeff was literally attacking Taylor, someone who people know, someone who people like in these communities, like, you really think people are just going to listen to you lying and trying to, like, slander the other side without looking into it themselves? There have been a ton of people who look into this shit themselves. I've had people, Ben, who come to my channel because they hear you guys talking about how disgusting I am, and they come into my chat to, like, attack me or to, like, hold my feet to the fire on this or whatever. And then it's literally happened where by the end of the stream, they're like, oh, I didn't know. Holy shit. And then they go and watch some of my other stream. It's happening, Ben. It's happening. People are not as dumb as you probably need them to be. Let's be honest. Like, you probably hinge a lot on the idea that, like, like these people are just gonna listen to everything I say, right? Because obviously anyone, like, we all know that the meme, that the attitude that was pushed around that community, you know, anytime anyone criticizes Ben, oh yes, I'm a totally horrible piece of shit. Oh yes, I did Benghazi, guys. I did 9/11. Look at everyone trying to paint me out to be the worst person in the world. I guess I'm just fucking Hitler. Like, I can't remember what that's called, but that's a very specific manipulation tactic. Maybe someone in the chat remembers. That's literally a very specific manipulation / abuse tactic that's used in order to, like, downplay the idea of, you know, someone doing questionable behaviors. And when you cultivate that kind of attitude in your audience, look, and I remember this, by the way, back when I first got into drama with Ben. Again, you can go watch it all. It's all in that fucking playlist. I'm not going to rehash everything. But yeah, I remember back during the Jared Genesis controversy, you know, people were literally memeing. You know, I was just saying, look, I just don't like what Ben did. And people were like, oh my God, Ben's a false flagger, guys. Ben did this. Ben did 9/11. Like, it literally ramps up to that level, like, in a split second over there the minute you criticize him. But that's the thing, Ben. Not everyone in your audience is that dumb. A lot of people have been smartening up. That's why you're losing fucking subscribers and viewers constantly. That's why your community is hemorrhaging people. Because people can fucking see. They know you're full of shit. And yeah, now you're very clearly a false flagger. Again, you can try and deflect from the false flag shit all you want and try to be like, oh, no, it was this other chick. As far as I'm concerned, Ben is almost extremely obviously complicit in every single flagging attempt that I receive on my channel. Who else would be flagging Taylor and Amina's interviews? Who else? What did Jeff say about Taylor? A lot of horrible stuff. He basically called her a liar and showed DMs and video of her being affectionate towards Ben. And that somehow refutes the idea that Ben was ever abusive to her. Because, well, look, see? She was clearly affectionate towards him. She was clearly, like, you know. Oh my God, relationships are complicated. And people's feelings are complicated. Yeah, you can love someone who's abusing you. You can think you're in love with someone who's abusive. Yeah. Emotions are complicated. Relationships are complicated. If I'm in a relationship with someone and I rape that person near at some point in the relationship, but then we get over it and it's glossed over and they forgive me for it, does that mean rape never happened? Even if they don't forgive him, or let's just, maybe they don't realize it was rape. Or maybe they just, you know, doesn't mean it didn't happen. Doesn't mean it's not fucked up. By the way, yeah, that information did nothing to discredit Taylor. That is true, because literally nothing that Jeff showed contradicted a goddamn word that Taylor said. In fact, some of it even confirmed some of the things that Taylor said. So it's pretty goddamn obvious. Like, she never claimed to, like, have no, never be in, like, a positive, on positive terms with Ben. Like, what? You clearly don't care about evidence, as long as it doesn't fit your narrative. Well, allegations are suitable enough evidence for you. What evidence has been shown to me that I've ignored? What evidence has been... If someone has evidence for me, show it to me. I've seen... By the way, I want to make it clear that not only have I... Like... Not only am I not just, like, ignoring evidence, there's actually evidence, there's more evidence to suggest that Ben is an abusive, manipulative, date rapey piece of human garbage that I haven't even fucking put forth yet, because the people who told me this are not ready to come forward yet. And I'm not forcing a victim to talk about shit before they're ready. And I'm not going to say, you know, why these people aren't ready. There's clearly been a lot of shit that's gone on. I will say that there have been very clearly concerted efforts to silence victims, and it disgustes me. Jeff Holiday showed zero evidence. Jeff Holiday, all he did... See... I revealed private information, right? What the fuck did Jeff do? He revealed DMs of people that DMs he got from someone who the other person didn't even consent to him having those DMs. But my stream should be taken down. They showed video of Taylor being like, you know, oh, like, saying that she's like into Ben or whatever. Something that, again, if you're an abuse victim, the last thing that you want to see is a time when you were confused enough to be like coming on to your abuser. Like, that is sickening. There's no evidence against these claims, dude. There's none. I've looked at the supposed evidence that Ben and his simps are running around with. It's actually laughable. It's actually laughable that you people think there's any fucking defense. And like, I honestly, again, I really don't, like, I feel bad for the people who are dumb enough to just go along with this, because once this is more widely known and Ben goes down for this, like, anyone, like, I think a lot of people are going to have a hard time believing that these people that are so close to Ben, that have been defending him so vehemently, are that dumb to buy this weak-ass evidence. Where's the evidence? So, my DMs are open. No one has sent me evidence that exonerates Ben in any way. I watched the fucking Jeff Holiday stream. There's no evidence that exonerates Ben in any way. Literally, all y'all did was the fucking Harvey Weinstein defense. What? There's emails of her after the supposed sexual assault, where supposedly, you know, after the sexual assault, she was you know, behaving positively towards him. That refutes everything somehow. The fuck out of here. My friend tried to forgive her rapist. We went to the movies with him months later after confronting him. She couldn't pretend it didn't happen. He had Ben's MO, got her blackout drunk. Yeah, that's really fucked. A lot of people do try to forgive their rapist, but it's very hard to do. It's very hard, and I don't blame someone for having mixed feelings. A lot of people, it's painful, and trauma is not a simple thing. It's complicated. It's so fucking complicated. There's so many mixed feelings that go along with it. You're ignoring what I said. I said not all of it was shown yet. There's still more behind the scenes. Bitch, if y'all claim to have more evidence behind the scenes, I find that really fucking hilarious, because so do I. So do I. I love how Ben, the one with more to lose in this situation, though, hasn't revealed any of this evidence. Whereas I'm not revealing shit that I know because I'm not trying to, go against the wishes of the victims in this case. And I'm not trying to, like, push them to have their information known before they're ready. Do you need an open invitation to share the evidence, or are you just going to chime in randomly claiming to have something? Yeah, what? I have it. It's behind the scenes, and I'm not telling you what it is, but, like, it's there. Yeah, whatever sob story Ben tells to people in order to try to, like, make them think he's the victim in the situation. That's probably all he has for evidence. Because I've talked to people before who've been like, oh, well, I've heard some of the shitty behaviors of Ben, but, like, I don't know. I think he's a sweet guy, and I think he's in a fucked up situation too, or whatever. I'm not buying it. I don't buy it after what I fucking know, okay? Ben is a master manipulator. Not even, I hate to call him a master manipulator, because he's not even that, like, amazing at it. He just, like, I'll be honest, Ben, like, targets women that are in some way easier to manipulate. Either they have, like, trauma in their pasts, or they have some kind of mental health issue, or, they're going through some shit themselves, or whatever. Like, that's who he targets, because he knows they're easier for him to control. And there's a lot of people who would just easily see through Ben's shit. A lot of people that do just see through Ben's shit. Also, I love this. Take it to court. Also, generally evidence is meant for court, but y'all are happy to show your evidence. Dude, I never claimed to have any hard evidence. All I have is women telling their stories. And again, Weinstein and Cosby, well, I guess Cosby got off, but that was for a very different reason. But yeah, people have gone to fucking prison for, yeah, just women coming forth with stories, okay? Me Too situations are extremely fucking hard. And see, this is the fucking problem. This is the fucking problem. Women can't come forward and tell their stories because you get disgusting rape apologetics like you see right here in my chat. And see, Me Too relies on the idea that, like, one woman comes out and tells her story, and then another one hears it and they tell their story, and then it just keeps spreading and more people come out. But when you have a platform, when you're able to, like, manipulate and control people, you're able to control the narrative. You're able to silence people and get a bunch of people getting real loud and, attacking the victims saying, where's your evidence? Where's your evidence? Like, this is like look at any Me Too case. Like, exactly what's happening right now happens almost every fucking time. This is sickening. This attempt at silencing victims is sickening. Trying to discredit the victims. Trying to discredit anyone who talks about it. Trying to literally flag people down. Look, see another one of Ben's anime avatar alts. Y'all can ban that one too. I don't know what, again, like, this narrative, I'm a rape apologist because I'm skeptical that no evidence is being shown. What evidence do you want from me, bitch? You dumb cunt? What fucking evidence do you expect anyone to pull out of their ass? If I got raped a week ago, if I went out on a date with a random guy and got raped a week ago, what evidence would you expect me to pull out of my ass to show you even then? What evidence do you fucking expect? Also, why would multiple women be lying about this? You think you're that special, Ben? You think you're that fucking... No one gives a good goddamn about you. You narcissistic little prick. I swear to Christ. Like, if you were just a shitty boyfriend and these women just looked back at you as like a moderately negative memory that they just want to forget, they would just be forgetting you. They would just be like, ugh, what that fucking piece of shit. I just want him out of my mind. I don't want to even think about this dude anymore. Why would they be bringing on to themselves more harassment and skepticism and you know, people trying to scrutinize their fucking stories? Who the fuck wants that? Are you you're seriously trying to convince these people? This is the thing. Ben is so dumb. He is so dumb that he literally thinks that other people are this dumb too, that they're just gonna like believe this line of reasoning that, oh, Ben is so special and everyone just hates him so much that they're gonna ruin their own reputations, bring upon a shit ton of harassment and scrutiny onto themselves just in order to try to Me Too Ben for no reason. This is why, by the way, a lot of the anti-Me Too narrative is just incoherent. It's incoherent. Nobody is doing that. Nobody, especially someone like Taylor. You really think that Taylor is going to risk ruining her reputation and possibly the reputation of the guys from DFF to lie about something like this? You really think anyone's gonna, like, go out of their way ruining their own reputation just to get at you? Really? Really? Guys, chat, am I the only one that listens to that narrative and thinks, wait, what? Just think about what you have to believe to go along with Ben's narrative right now. You have to believe that Taylor, Amina, Alicia, and the other women who haven't even named themselves yet publicly all just hate Ben so much that they don't even care about their own reputations. They're willing to get this scrutiny and harassment just to maybe have a chance at taking down Ben. They're willing to bring this all onto themselves, going on a nobody's channel, by the way. I'm not very big. I don't have much of a platform to maybe get this message out there about Ben. Yeah, seems like it makes perfect sense to me. Yep, you know what? And we're all just... It's a conspiracy, guys. It's a conspiracy. We all just... It's the I Hate Ben Club. It's the I Hate Ben Club, guys. We all just hate Ben so much. You know? We can't help ourselves, right? Rather than just continuing our existences on the internet in peace and quiet. You know? We're all gonna, like, stir up this stupid drama, bring upon ourselves this hate that comes along with going against Ben's community just in order to get at Ben. We are either a big conspiracy of people who just hate Ben and want to take him down at all costs, or I'm being lied to by all the victims. Like, there's just so many levels that, like who's at the center of this conspiracy? I want to know who specifically would be at the center of a conspiracy to have Ben taken down. Who made the decision that, like, yeah, guys, we're all gonna come together? Like, this was the same thing that was said, by the way, about Onision. It's just fucking a ridiculous notion on so many levels. It's so laughable. Hey, Alicia, how's it going? People haven't shown the internet the proof because we were told to go to the police or we're liars. Now that we did that, shut up months ago and tried moving the fuck on, we're harassed on the internet for proof. Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. You could have all the proof you want. Alicia, you could come out with a video of Ben literally raping you, and these people would still be like, that's not enough proof, that was doctored, this is bullshit. I want to make it very fucking clear. The people who are playing defense know what they are doing, and their defenses are weak and incoherent as shit, and anyone with a brain can tell that that is the case. No one is buying it. No one that actually went and listened to the interviews, looked into these claims being made, nobody is buying Ben's dipshit fucking narrative except for people who already have a vested interest in defending Ben. Which is why I've said this entire, like, there's no point in taking these simps, these disgusting Ben simps, seriously. They're nothing to be afraid of. They're honestly laughable. Like, they literally come across as a bunch of flailing fucking chickens with their heads cut off, desperately trying to find a defense for something they know is indefensible. Because I've watched all of Jamie's videos on the topic. I'm neutral so far. I'll keep listening, though. Look, that's all I'm asking. You don't even have to come out and absolutely believe it yet, but, like, there's at least something there, right? There's at least something worth, like, you know what? Even if, like, there's nothing definitive proven yet, all I've asked is for people to be like, okay, you know what? I'll give this the benefit of the doubt. I'll listen to all sides of this. That's all I ask. You want to listen to people defending Ben? Go ahead. All I ask is that you listen to my streams on this subject as well. Take in all the evidence and try to come to your own conclusions. Because most of the people who have taken in all the evidence are either neutral or have come to the conclusion that yeah, there's something fucked up going on here. And yeah, most of the people that have watched these interviews, I've seen a lot of support for the victims. A lot of these people are supporting the victims. And Ben's little echo chamber and little group of simps who are desperately trying to find a defense for this shit, they've got nothing. Their defenses can be so easily refuted. I've done it multiple fucking times. I ripped fucking Jeff Holiday's stream to shreds. I pointed out how some of what Jeff Holiday revealed actually went to, like, further prove what I was saying. That's how inept these people are. If Ben was smart, he would shut the fuck up and just hope that this doesn't go anywhere. Because honestly, anytime him or his simps have spoken up, it's honestly just drawn more attention to my streams on the matter and brought about more people. There are more people who watch me now, by the way, who originally were, like, coming to my comments to shit on me for those interviews I was doing, who, after watching a little bit more, not only are they no longer buying the fucking narrative from Ben and his dipshits, but they watch me now regularly. Like, anyone who doesn't see that, like, Ben is shooting himself in the foot and only making himself look worse with every fucking action him and his simps take, you're not really paying attention if you can't tell that, because it's so obvious. I actually started watching you after the Paul debate. Hashtag ban Paul. Look, I'm not trying to cancel Paul or anything, all right? I got my disagreements with Paul. But Paul is an asshole, but he is nothing compared to fucking Ben, all right? I honestly, and I've said this, I almost wish I didn't engage with Paul, because I feel like it was a distraction largely from what I was trying to do here with the Ben thing. Yeah, it's I shouldn't have wasted my fucking time with that, because that was some fucking unimportant drama. And, you know, it allowed Paul to run around with the narrative that, like, oh, why would anyone pay attention to Jamie? She's just a drama streamer, guys. Anyone who watches my fucking interviews, and I know Paul did, and calls me a drama streamer is disgusting. This is not drama. Me Too is not drama. Sexual harassment and abuse is not drama. Go fuck yourselves if you're gonna sit and call me a fucking drama channel because I'm talking about something that needs to be fucking talked about. Paul doesn't think there's anything here. That's fine. I don't give a damn. Or he thinks this isn't super important or whatever. Fine. I don't care. Or he doesn't know or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. This is important. I believe that. I believe that letting fucking abusers run around with a platform that they can use to further abuse people is irresponsible and fucked up. If Ben keeps up making people harass me and rewarding those who do with more guest appearances on his shows and getting unbanned from servers, you best believe I'm showing everything. I'm really sorry, Alicia. I didn't realize he was still doing that shit to you. I've honestly been trying to not bother you lately because I figured you're just doing your own shit and you don't want to get involved in this right now. And I'm really fucking sorry that this is still ongoing for you. Because as you know, I'm still open if you want to have an interview. Even like there's options, even if you don't want to come on, if you just honestly, if you just want to like talk to me privately or just send me a DM of all the information and I can just come on here by myself and talk about it, you're welcome. Well, you're welcome to like proceed however the fuck you want. If you don't want to come on anymore, that's also I understand that, but like I just want you to remember, Alicia, like this is a safe platform and you are still more than welcome anytime you're ready to if you're ready to come on and talk about that stuff. But again, guys, I fully understand why as a victim of this situation would... This is hard, guys. I want you guys to realize this is fucking hard. And I heard it in the voices of both Taylor and Amina, both before their interviews and during them. This is not easy shit to talk about. And so that is why, by the way, I do not condone any kind of harassment towards victims on this channel. If you do it, you're booted. If you come into one of my fucking interviews or whatever to comment about how fucking like, oh, this story doesn't make sense and this sounds like bullshit and like, or like, oh, these women put themselves in their these women put themselves in these situations themselves or whatever the fuck you pieces of shit are saying. Your comment's gonna get banned. Okay, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm done with the abuse. I'm done with the victim shaming, the victim blaming, and the harassment. It's so disgusting. I'm proceeding a different route, but you'll know about it. I wanted to go a route that wouldn't be dismissed based on whose platform it's on, because internet politics sucks. Yeah, that's fine, and I understand that. Honestly, I didn't want my platform to have to be the platform that this shit comes out on, but no one wanted to talk about it. No one wanted to fucking talk about it. And so I felt like I had to give a platform to people. But if you've found a bigger platform or something else or something that you think is better, I am fully in support of that. And, yeah, I'll, do whatever I can to help, or, you know, just, you know, like, I'm just here to help push this, thing as far as I can. And then once I feel like it's sufficiently beyond me, I'm probably not gonna get involved anymore, because I don't like getting involved with Ben in this shit. Like, it's really not fun. And yeah, this shit does need to be put out on a larger platform. And I will say this, okay? Alicia does have a lot of information. I'm not going to say what it is, obviously, but like, I've personally been waiting for Alicia to drop her information, because there's some pretty damning fucking shit. And fucking Ben can sit here and be like, oh, I have my own evidence behind the scenes and you guys will see if it... No, fuck off. That I know Alicia's got evidence. I know other people have evidence too that make you look like a disgusting piece of shit. And these abuse tactics, these silencing tactics, they need to fucking stop. I guess they're I guess you can keep trying all you fucking want, but it's not gonna go anywhere. Like I said, anyone who's been looking at this shit objectively and paying attention to it, I think can can see exactly what's going on here. Exactly what the situation is. And no one's buying these weak-ass fucking defenses from Ben. Just no one. No one. No one's buying it. What? I don't care about Paul and DFF drama, okay? I'm that's not what we're talking about. I always watch these streams no matter what it's about. I love Jamie's rants on random topics. Well, thank you, yo. Pimp is okay, but the constant e-begging is off-putting. Yeah, I've talked about that already. Y'all can go back and watch my stream about Pimp Monk. I've went in depth on my criticisms there. Nope, let's not talk about Paul. Yeah, I'm not interested in talking about Paul. Like I said, unless he's got like some take that I feel like I needs to be responded to. Yeah, I'm not interested. Unless we're accusing him of supporting harassment. I never accused him of supporting harassment. Yeah. Oh my god, you're a Paul. See, I love it, dude, because, Paul is still living rent-free in your head. Pretty fucked up to accuse him of not caring about abuse. Wait, no, I literally don't think Paul cares about abuse in this situation. No, I don't. No, if he cared, he wouldn't have engaged with me the way he did. Yeah. I absolutely... Yeah, no, yeah. He literally called me a fucking drama channel and kept like trying to reduce these streams that I'm doing to just petty drama. No, fuck off. Fuck off. If you're gonna defend Paul's take, then you're a fucking defender of abuse too. Yeah, fuck off. It's not about him not respecting me in a debate. It's about his overall attitude towards me, especially when it came to bringing up what I've been doing on my channel lately and reducing it to just drama. Also, bringing it up, knowing that I couldn't talk about it because we were on TJ's fucking channel and TJ had asked me not to fucking talk about DP drama on his fucking channel. So I couldn't even fucking correct Paul. I just had to sit there and let him poison the well about me being some petty drama streamer. Fuck off. What? Okay, I don't even know what to do with that. I wish Ben would just open up and address all of this instead of burying his head in the sand. I'm prepared to forgive, but there needs to be some sort of atonement or at least acknowledgement. Yeah, he's not going to do that. I've called that out for a while, for a good long while. Paul will not address this on stream. He will not address this publicly. He will not. I missed what happened involving Paul. Does he not even believe Taylor or something? Okay, no, I think he believes Taylor. Here's what I think Paul, like, from what I can tell. So me and Paul had a debate. We had some political disagreements, and Paul kept going off on me on his streams using a lot of really dishonest arguments. And one of his arguments that he tried, that he thought was a great gotcha towards me was, oh, you know, Jamie claims to care about abuse victims. Jamie claims to care about women. Who'd you vote for, Jamie? Oh, you voted for Joe Biden? Joe Biden is accused of rape. So you voted for a rapist. You signed your name next to a rapist. You can go back, by the way, and watch my stream of me responding to Paul saying this. He legitimately said this. They're like, oh, you're pro-rape, you're anti-woman, you're anti-woman's issues because you voted for Biden. And he's not wrong. Yes, he literally is, and so are you. And trying to use that as some kind of gotcha to like make me look like an idiot or whatever, or trying to make me look like dishonest. And I pushed back on that, and I did a stream telling him he was fucking full of shit. And after that, like he kept seething about me. He kept talking about me in a few of his streams, and I talked about him in a few of my streams, and I criticized him a little bit back. And finally, like, we just kind of went to blows, and there was a debate. TJ saw that we were both talking about each other on stream. He offered us to go on his channel and debate. We did. It didn't go anywhere. Paul just basically talked over and yelled at me and refused to, like, have a conversation with me the whole time. And it was a very unproductive, really stupid conversation. And Paul has not come out against the Ben accusations or anything like that. But you're acting like you didn't do multiple streams malding over Paul. Paul did multiple streams malding over me. Fuck you. Okay? You don't get to say, oh, I'm triggered by Paul. Paul's triggered by me too. Yeah, Paul pissed me off, so I talked about him. Yeah, I have a right to do that. Fuck you. Anyway, so throughout this, like, Paul made several, like, low-key jabs. Like, the first one being like, oh, I don't care about women. And I'm, you know, that kind of, like, poisons the well, right? Making it sound like I don't care about, you know, the issues that I'm talking about on my channel. But then during that debate, he tried to, like, use that again and bring it up. Because I was like, why don't you like me, Paul? And he's like, because you're a drama streamer and you're a hanger-on and you're this and that. And all you do is petty fucking drama. And, you know, I tried to make the point that, no, this is important, what I'm talking about. And he tried to make the point that, like, no, I'm just doing this for drama. So at the end of the day, I think he believes Taylor. I think he believes, I think he believes Ben is a piece of shit on some level. But I also know he seems to be anti-canceling people. So maybe he thinks that Ben is an asshole, but he doesn't like my approach. I think he also thinks that I'm using the people who have grievances against Ben as a way to, like, drama monger. So that even if he does... okay, you're banned because if you don't understand the nuance of voting for the lesser of two evils and you're gonna, like, sit here and, like, defend a really dishonest fucking take, like, I'm fuck off. Fuck off. Just fuck off, okay? We don't need you here. Okay? Go simp for Paul somewhere else, okay? And you know what else? Again, you know, one of Paul's biggest criticisms of me is that I supposedly don't know how to think for myself, and all I do is regurgitate people like Vosh, something which, again, is not true, and I have plenty of my own takes that have nothing to do with Vosh and what he says. Yeah, and I don't agree with Vosh and everything, but whatever. Like, but I find it funny that Paul levies that criticism against me, and that seems to be his biggest fucking gripe. When most of the people in his audience who are coming and attacking me are doing literally what he's calling me out for. You guys that come in to my chat and just, like, regurgitate Paul's fucking dumb fuck attacks towards me and just parrot whatever fucking Paul said. Like, you're doing the thing. You're doing the thing that Paul greatly disrespects me because he thinks that I'm doing. So maybe evaluate yourself a little bit and realize that if Paul actually, like, knew that you were doing the behavior that you're doing, he would probably call you out for that too. Maybe he wouldn't, because he'd be flattered enough that you're actually agree. I mean, he didn't give me shit when I actually would just agree with everything he said. But the minute I started agreeing with other people more, now I'm just a brainless idiot who can't think for myself. So, I don't know, maybe he'll forgive it from his own audience, but I just want you to know he literally is shitting on his own audience. You people that come here and attack me parroting what Paul says, you're literally the people he shits on for not thinking for yourself and just, yeah, parroting other people's criticisms. It's kind of sad, honestly. It's kind of sad. It's even sadder because Paul thinks he has room to call other people out for that behavior when he does nothing to work against that sort of mentality in his own community. He doesn't try to cultivate a more critical thinking mentality within his viewer base. In fact, he cultivates an echo chamber. So I find it really ironic that, like, I don't know. Whatever. I can't see. I'm talking about Paul again, guys. See, this just proves it. I'm not allowed to talk about things that my chat brings up. Anyway, whatever. Whoa. Guess I'm late. What the fuck is happening? Long story short, Ben has been false flagging my channel, and it's bullshit. Yeah. Anyway. People are asking about the Paul situation. If you're not caught up on that, there's a... Just go back, okay? Nobody is canceling Ben. Ben's actions have reactions, and if those reactions involve no longer desiring to support him, that's nobody else's doing other than his own. Exactly. See, I'm so sick of this cancel culture narrative. It's not about canceling people. It's about holding people accountable. It's about the truth. It's about putting the truth out there in the open so we can all see it and so everybody can make informed decisions. I'm sorry if everyone's informed decision ends up being, I'm not watching Ben anymore. That's not Ben being canceled. That's called the consequences of Ben's own actions taking place. That's it. There will still be people that hear about this and still want to support Ben. But you know what? I'd rather people be fucking informed. That's it. If Ben had his channel false flagged so many times and literally crowdfunded to fight a legal battle over it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Someone who claims to understand being victimized by the flagging system is willing to use it himself. Again, my original stream where I went over Alicia's tweets is gone. It's been taken down from YouTube because it was flagged multiple times, and even after the first few times it was flagged and I was given timestamps and I edited out everything that was timestamped, it got flagged again and was just taken down. And now my interviews with Alicia and Taylor have been flagged, and my follow-up stream responding to Ben Simps has been flagged multiple times now. And that one has timestamps, so it's like, oh, here, clip this out. Except I don't think I need to clip out what was timestamped there. Me mentioning the first name of somebody who used to be involved with Ben. Your first name is not Dox. It's not Dox. It's just not. Especially when, again, you go around a community very open about your name. People know who you are. I'm sorry, they're going to refer to you by your first name. No one's telling your last name, your address, your phone number, your social security number, even the fucking state you live. Not a goddamn piece of information was put forth except someone's name that I didn't realize they didn't want to be involved. So when they flagged it, I cut their name out. And now they're going through and trying to flag any mention of their first name, even though they came into my chat, where you see the fucking chat on the side of the screen, with their full name a couple weeks ago. Like, what is this? This is not defensible. This is not a defensible use of the flagging system. This is an attempt to silence victims. And it is not fucking okay. And anyone who defends Ben for this shit is full of shit. Who gives a fuck if they want to be involved? Drama videos are the most popular content on here, and no one ever asks for consent. Your face is in thumbnails you didn't consent to. Yeah, that's true. And honestly, if you go around online, like putting your name out there, you can't really be surprised if it gets mentioned. However, see, I like acting in good faith. I like to not go against people's wishes. I like to not shit on even someone I don't like. Even someone who I think is playing defense for an abuser. Even someone who I think is a piece of shit. I will still adhere to your wishes. Even when I don't have to. Because I want to show you mostly that you have the fucking wrong idea about me. And that if you're sitting here, like, thinking that I'm some malicious fucking asshole that's trying to, like... I'm not trying to ruin someone else's life or even someone else's day. I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm not trying to bring up fucking more bullshit for you. The fact that you assume that is kind of insulting. But whatever, you've been fed a false narrative, so I'm willing to try to act in good fucking faith. But then stop false flagging me. Because if I get another fucking flag that I see is attached to like a mentioning of your first name, which isn't Dox, then I'm gonna start being a lot less fucking charitable here. Like, you say you don't want to be involved, and then you keep involving yourself. I'm sorry, yo. Back in my day on YouTube, I don't know about y'all, but there were consequences to false flagging. People weren't okay with it. And people still shouldn't be okay. Don't fucking false flag someone. But that's the thing. Now it's like, oh, well, it's justified, right? It's justified because I'm going to twist definitions and, you know, come up with a reason why I'm the victim in this situation. No. You're full of shit. If my first name is what is a dox, then feel free to flag Shabisky's stream where I'm in the thumbnail. He lied about me, which I proved after the stream on Twitter, and he never took the stream down. Dude, the stream that's up on Pimp Monk's channel that Jeff Holiday was on there, that one might actually be TOS too, because that is actually revealing of private DMs of victims. But yeah, no, I don't think a first name is dox though. That's the thing, yo. A first name is not dox. It's not. You can say, oh, well, I'm not a public figure or I don't want to be involved all you want. But when you go into various communities and let yourself be known and people know who you are and you're involved in drama, you can't be surprised if people are going to mention you. You could have still stayed out of it. There was no information in my stream that would have led anyone to finding your real identity. None. Especially after we blurred it. In that stream, he lets people shit talk me in the comments concerning Ben, and my replies get deleted. I I don't know why. I don't know. Fuck these people. If I were you, Alicia, I wouldn't even pay attention to them anymore. Like, they're gonna keep attacking you. They're gonna keep trying to shit on you. I would just ignore it. Again, anyone who's trying to engage with this situation in good faith is gonna look into the fucking all sides of this. And people that don't, like, they're never gonna believe you anyway. Or it was gonna take a lot more for them to believe you anyway. They'll remember, like, once your full story is out, it'll get a lot harder for them to not believe you. This whole drama angle some people push as a distraction. Don't argue against the assertion that it's all about drama. Yeah, it does take the focus off, and it's really dumb. Like, drama is subjective. You can call whatever the fuck you want drama, but you know what? That doesn't make anything more or less important. And I also find this a really funny criticism for literally a bunch of people that came out of the drunken peasants community, where literally Brett Keane drama was the fucking selling point. Now suddenly drama is has a negative connotation. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Holy fuck. That's the thing. I've been ignoring it for months, and in the time I was silent, Ben has been running his mouth and having more and more people fuck with me. I'm sorry. That really is fucked. Like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's the problem with people like this. Like, they will attack you no matter what. You can be defending yourself or you can be silent. It doesn't matter. They're gonna fucking, like... They're just shitty people. Like... I hate it. I don't like just discounting people as just being shitty, but, like, some people just are. It's just like... I don't know how anyone could be defending this shit. But again, people believe what they want to believe. If you have a bias that leans towards Ben in the first place, and you benefit from being friends with him online, you're definitely going to be more likely to just believe whatever fucking bullshit he tries to sell you. I agree with you, Alicia. We don't. You don't deserve to deal with this shit, dude. No one deserves to deal with this shit, and this is why, guys. Those of y'all who are willing to act in good faith, who are decent people, show these victims some support, some love, guys. Alicia, Taylor, Amina, these people deserve your love and support. They're gonna get hate no matter what, so maybe go out of your way to try to send them some love and, you know, let them know that they're not alone and that you stand by them. Because that honestly does make this kind of thing easier. When there's people coming out and saying, I'm with you, I believe you, I stand by you, and, you know, I'm on your side. Right, yeah. Yeah, Ryby is a piece of shit. You guys can go watch the Amina interview if you want to know why Ryby is a piece of shit, but I don't... To be clear, I don't have any, like, definitive, like, evidence against Ryby, but, yeah, he has silenced a lot of people, okay? What's the end game to this? The desired outcoming, not undermining, I'm just curious. Like I said a few minutes ago, I'm not trying to necessarily cancel anybody. I'm just trying to get, I'm trying to get the truth out there so that people know the facts, so that people are able to make an informed decision when it comes to whether or not they want to support Ben. I know that some of the victims have already gone to the authorities and filed reports with the police, and they haven't really gone anywhere. Rape reports don't normally tend to. Sexual harassment or assault or whatever reports in general just don't tend to go anywhere because it's very hard to prove. So if he can't face legal repercussions, then I at the very least want the internet at large, all the people who watch and support and know of Ben and the Drunken Peasants and their communities, I want people to know about this so that people are able to make their own informed decisions as to whether or not they want to support Ben or get into any kind of relationship with him in the future. That's my goal. Because if at the very least people know that this is how Ben treats women, then maybe some future women that may have otherwise, found their way in Ben's community and ended up in a fucked up situation, maybe some of those women will be able to avoid that. That's my goal. I want to stop Ben from being able to harm any more people because he's done it a lot, and he's not just harmed women. He's been really shitty to a lot of the people that have worked with him over the years. And, while Anna Haven, my co-host on Underhaven, worked for Ben and was never in, like, a relationship with him, Ben also treated Annie quite unfairly in a lot of ways. And there's just been a lot of shady shit. A lot of shady shit that he's never answered for, and it needs to stop. And if it doesn't stop, then it needs to at least be put out in the open, have a light shined on it, so that he can't get away with this and continue to hide it, and continue to take steps to, hide his actions. Because he does go out of his way to bury this shit. And it needs to stop. Amina was silenced a few years ago when she first tried to tell her story. What I'd like is exactly what Jamie said. And finally, also, to be left the fuck alone. Too many people seeing an easy route to Ben's attention by being a dick to me. That shit isn't fair. No, it's really not fair. And again, I'm so sorry you're dealing with this shit, Alicia. Like, fuck the people who think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in Ben's good graces by shitting on his abuse victim. Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. My end goal is to be able to use the fucking internet without the constant harassment over Ben. Yeah, and unfortunately, because that's part of my goal too. Unfortunately, I don't know that that's going to be able to happen unless Ben is fully exposed. And everyone realizes what the fuck is going on.
Buckfen.
Thank you, Kyle Bradley, for the $5. I really fucking appreciate that, yo. Fuck yeah. And damn right, Buckfen. Buckfen, y'all. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Amina's channel is what? I don't know if she has a channel. I know she's on Twitter. At least you're getting these stories out there. Yeah. And like I said, if someone bigger wants to come along and push these stories further, I am all in favor, because this needs to be exposed. And yeah, ultimately I'd love to see like other YouTubers talking about this, like bigger people like Vosh or I don't know, just people who are like big enough to have like interacted with DP who, you know, it needs to get more attention. It needs to be pushed out there so that like, people see what's what. And so he can't bury this and run from it anymore. I loved the Underhaven podcast. The intro was pure fire. We're still doing Underhaven. We have kind of a different intro these days. Although I do miss our old intro. That was a good fucking intro. But yeah, we're still doing Underhaven. Go subscribe to Underhaven, y'all. It's good shit. I just don't know how to find the Ryby interview. It's all good. What? The Ryby interview? You mean the Amina interview where Ryby was mentioned? Ryby was mentioned in the Amina interview. 51 likes, good stuff. Thank you. Yes, make sure to like and share and all of that, yo. Like. Because I'm guessing there's a shit ton of downvotes thanks to Ben and his simps and his alts and whatnot. So, yeah, feel free to counteract that, y'all. Back in the day, Jeff's nickname was Doc's Holiday. Yeah, that is kind of funny, yo. I'm being accused of doxing by people who hang out with Doc's Holiday. I don't know. Jeff Holiday is a fucking piece of shit. Ryby told me to stay out of it months ago. It makes sense now. Yeah, from what I can tell, and I again, I don't have like definitive proof on this, but from what I've heard from multiple people, Ryby has definitely been playing some defense for Ben. Actually, a lot of defense for Ben. A lot of good memories of the Drunken Peasants. I honestly tried to get back into it earlier this year. Between what's left of the community and Ben's attitude, I just couldn't. Yeah, it kind of sucks because there were some interesting memories. Honestly, the more I try to go back, the more I just can't. It just all feels kind of tainted to me at this point. Don't downvotes also equal engagement? Yeah, that is true. Downvotes are viewed the same way in the algorithm as upvotes. So, yeah. Holiday has a pedo tattoo he refuses to explain? I know nothing about that. Ryby was so horrible to Amina on the subreddit. Yeah. I do not like Ryby, okay? I'll make that clear. I don't have a lot of information on Ryby, but from all the shit I've heard from many different people, the picture that gets painted of Ryby gets more and more disgusting. Same, it's felt that way since they would rip on people, but would get really sore and threaten legal action when they started getting ripped. DP, they wouldn't really threaten legal action, but they would, like, shit on people really hard. And it was just a mean environment, guys. Look, I used to love watching DP. I used to love everything about it, and I enjoyed it. And I realize now why I enjoyed it. I don't think it was that healthy of an environment. I just don't. I don't like the meanness. I don't like the general attitude of, like, you know what Drunken Peasants community and even the show itself feels like? The overall vibe I get. The overall vibe I get from Drunken Peasants in general is a bunch of teenage boys who are hanging out and smoking weed and shit, who seem to think that the height of comedy is just being an asshole. Honestly, like, it feels like nothing but a bunch of schoolyard bully bullshit. And I used to like it. I'm not saying it wasn't entertaining, but I feel like it also cultivated a really mean environment. People in the audience were mean to each other. The hosts are mean to each other. The hosts can be mean to the audience, and the audience is mean to the host. Everyone's just an asshole. That's why I'm trying to cultivate a community here that's more about positivity and, you know, people learning to be charitable. I want to be charitable to people. I want us to be charitable to each other and decent to each other. And, you know, not just making fun of shit that people can't help, making fun of people because they're lame or they're cringe or they're mentally ill or whatever. Is there good shit in DP's history? Yeah, sure. But overall, like, it's really something I've outgrown in general, and I don't know if I'll ever really go back to it. Their show covering the news was the best part. There was much more of that early on. Yeah, I really did like that, honestly. Don't get me wrong. I did come for the drama at a lot of points. Like, I really did enjoy the Brett Keane drama, but, like, the more I look back on it, the more I view it as just childish and dumb. I don't know. I'm also not dissing anyone who enjoyed the show or still enjoys the show. Like, you enjoy what you enjoy, but for me, I personally feel like I've outgrown it. And yeah, I just... I don't know. I think a lot of DP bits were really funny, even if they were pretty edgy, but the drama looking back was really boring. Yeah, I don't know. Even the edginess, like, I hated look, I'm on the record as viewing the entire anti-SJW movement as nothing but a giant fucking clusterfuck of a mistake. It did nothing but it did nothing but tear apart the left in a way that I feel like was almost intentional in a lot of ways. It strawmanned the left as a bunch of fucking reactionary idiots when really the people that were being reactionary were the anti-SJWs, and they were the snowflakes, and they were the ones who were triggered at every little thing. But because of them, you know, any kind of progressivism was set back by a lot. A lot of culture war narratives have been poisoned. A lot of well poisoning happened. It had a lot of negative fucking consequences. It just did. The anti-SJW movement had a lot of consequences. Did they have a few points? Sure. But you know who else had a lot of good points? A lot of the people getting labeled as SJWs. But the right was able to, and the centrists and the anti-SJWs were able to frame left-wing arguments in a dishonest way. Or a lot of them just didn't. I mean, I was an anti-SJW. I didn't understand a lot of left-wing arguments. I just didn't. I didn't fully comprehend the arguments that were being made. And so when I heard the anti-SJW arguments, they kind of made sense to me. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. But then when I started actually hearing the left-wing arguments put forth competently by someone who knew what the fuck they were talking about, I started realizing, oh, no, yeah, I had the wool pulled over my eyes. Dude, SJW pretty much just means obnoxious, self-important bag of shit who polices others' behavior. Maybe. But then that fucking description literally applies to a hell of a lot of the fucking anti-SJW YouTubers. But no, I'm sorry, you're just wrong. The term SJW has been used to strawman all leftists. There was a period where you would put out, if you would say anything left-leaning, you would get called an SJW. Yeah. That absolutely was the case. And so SJW is a meaningless fucking term. And anyone who's still running around trying to push that fucking narrative is stupid. But yeah, no, I do kind of... Look, I love TJ, and I think he's a good dude, and he's admitted a lot of his mistakes in pushing the SJW, the anti-SJW movement, but I do think it's a kind of... I do think people like TJ and the Drunken Peasants and, you know, to a larger extent, people like Sargon of Akkad, people like The Quartering, people like Tim Pool, all of these people did immeasurable damage to political discourse. Immeasurable. It got to the point where a lot of left-wing policies could not be talked about without being strawmanned as being SJW. So, yeah, I do believe that that show did a bit of damage there as well. DP really fucked up this YouTuber, Shani for Christ, too. Most people hate her, but it was when she was genuinely trying to get better and being a better person. The audience went after her during that and sent right back into a downward spiral again. Nobody deserves that when they're genuinely trying to get better. I don't know the situations of that. I don't know the details, but I will say if that happened, I don't condone that. And in fact, the other day, we were watching a Lord of Patriarchy video on Underhaven, and from the way Annie and Tav described it to me, because I guess they had both watched it before I did, from the way that they had described it to me, it sounded like he was, like, making some lame attempt, like, basically, like, lying about making an attempt to, like, get better and stop drinking while he's drinking in his video. But then I watched the video, and I detected what I felt was a genuine attempt at wanting to be better. And so I quickly changed my rhetoric, and I said right then and there that Lord of Patriarchy, formerly known as War Corpse, for anyone who doesn't know who I'm talking about, the botched TJ clone from DP, I said right then and there that I'm not going to shit on this video. I'm not going to shit on Lord of Patriarchy if he's actually trying to get better and become a better person, even if it's not in the ways that I necessarily, not in all the ways that I think he needs to get better. Just the fact that he's trying to better himself in any fucking way. I commend that. And I want to be supportive. Yeah, the dude with the wall clocks. I want to be supportive. Even if he goes back to being a piece of shit. Dave responded to our segment and didn't even watch it for 30 seconds. That's a real shame, because if he'd have actually watched the entire segment, he would have seen, because we were a little bit mean at first, and he would have seen that we went to... In fact, Annie, you know what? Do you think you could work on, like, clipping that up? Like clip that segment and make it start, like, not when we're, like, making fun of him, but when we're like trying to be understanding, because I want Dave to know that I'm not trying to shit on him and his attempt at trying to get better. I don't believe in doing that. I don't believe in trying to shit on someone's attempt at getting better, and I want them to know that, I want him to know that, like, yeah, I anyway am pro him being better, and I want him to get better, and I don't want him to think that we're just laughing at his attempts at getting better. So yeah, I don't know, Annie, if you want to try and clip that, maybe that might be a good idea, just because I don't want Dave to think that that's all we were doing is just shitting on him. I want him to hear the shit that we said, because even if he doesn't even care to hear our encouragement, I want him to know that we aren't shitting on that. Even though, like, I have very huge disagreements with him and everything he believes, I'll never shit on someone's attempt to better themselves. And by the way, if I saw Ben honestly come forward and try to make an attempt at being a better person, I would want him to get better too. I don't believe in just shitting on people for wanting to better themselves. Yeah, by the way, anyone who seems to be Jeff Holiday, you guys can just ban immediately from the chat. Jeff Holiday is not welcome in this community. And I've already said, if Jeff Holiday would like to say something in defense of his good buddy and alleged sexual abuser, Ben, he has a platform to do so. My chat and my comment section is not his platform to do so. And I love the, it's still on the screen. Y'all can see it. Like, I love how, like, I'm supposed to be embarrassed of this stream when literally your criticism couldn't be any more embarrassing. Again, anyone who knows me knows I'm not a drama parasite. And the only people who think that are people who are either being dishonest or people who just blindly believe whatever Jeff Holiday or Paul's ego says. Because I'm not hiding a goddamn thing on my channel. Everything I say is out in the open. People can come listen to me. People can come hear my side of shit. I got nothing to hide over here. I stand by what I say. And I'm not afraid to, like, have the truth out in the open. You think I'm a drama channel? Go through my fucking history. Not just the shit that looks like drama, but, like, the shit that, like, whatever. Again, you could also, like, label pretty much anything as drama too. So, like, ooh, I'm doing drama. Like, it's extremely reductive to call this Ben shit drama. And whatever, I guess if you're, like, if you're on the side of defending him, it's real easy to just call it drama. But if you actually believe the victims, if you actually care and take victims' stories seriously, you're not going to call this drama. Or at least you're not going to call it just drama. It might be just drama. Yeah, there's drama going on. Okay? Like, I'm sure if there was, like, I don't even know a better analogy to use. If there's a rapist living in your apartment complex, right? And you go out of your way to, like, tell people, expose that person, tell people who live in your complex, hey, yeah, that person raped someone. Just so you guys know, I think everyone should know that person raped someone. That's technically drama. Technically. But does that make it not important? Like, I despise gossip. What gossip? I don't gossip on this channel. I talk about shit that I at least have some sort of some sort of substantive reason for believing. Our neighbor is a rapist isn't gossip. No, but like what I'm saying is there could be technically is you're gossiping about someone, right? You're gossiping about a situation, but even gossip can be like, what are these, like, what's this bullshit? Like what's this, like, you're trying to reduce certain terms, like, oh, drama equals bad, gossip equals bad. No. I'm a nihilist over here. I don't believe in objective meaning. No. You don't get to just say this thing is this thing, period. No. Okay? Gossip and drama is not inherently a bad thing. You can gossip about important subjects. There can be drama related to important life or death situations. But that's the thing. In order to deflect from this, in order to discredit it and silence it and make people not pay attention to it, you have to kind of like reduce it to, oh, it's just drama. It's just drama. Even though I'm rather new to your channel, I do love it. Well, thank you, Leedy Lobotomy. I really appreciate that, yo. Hells yeah. Whew. I try not to, I don't know, dude. Like, I love it, because, like, I try not to do drama streams all the time. I don't like talking about drama. I talk about it when I have to. I do plenty of streams where I'm just sitting here talking to my chat, or I'm talking about the news, or, you know, we're responding to some dumb fuck right-wing shit. Like, I love it being called a drama channel by the likes of, again, Benpai, Jeff Holiday, and Paul's Ego. I guess let he who is without sin cast the first stone, right? Not even that drama is like a sin or something that is inherently negative. Like, it's just, it's so like, there's so many levels to the patheticness of this situation. Like, it's hilarious. We gotta get Jamie to 1K. Damn right, yo. Damn right. Remember to like and share and subscribe. Share and subscribe, yo. Let everyone know how amazing my fucking channel is, yo. Yeah, holy shit. Half the dislikes disappeared. There used to be 24 or so. Now there's 13. You want to know what that means? Unironically, it means that atheists are downvoting our video situations. Atheist vote bot situation. Yeah. It literally means that someone came in here with a bunch of alts to downvote the channel, the video. I wonder who would do that. And then YouTube normally corrects for that because they realize that, like, that's happening. So they undo it. So, and we all know Ben has a shit ton of alts. So, yeah. That's literally just proof that, like, Ben came in here at the start of the stream, downvoted it with as many alts as he could, and was too dumb to realize that YouTube is going to delete at least half of those. Dude, I've gone to, like, and I don't really do this anymore, but, like, in the past, like, I've gone to videos I don't like, and I have downvoted them with, like, an alt or two. And, you know what I noticed? And this is part of the reason I don't do it anymore. You know what I noticed? If you downvote videos with alts, and then you refresh and go back to it like 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, an hour later, you know what you notice? A bunch of the dislikes disappear. Because YouTube doesn't let you do that. YouTube doesn't let you fucking do that. And it's really, like, it's really pathetic that, like, Ben thinks, like, a bunch of dislikes is somehow, like, an attack towards me. Like, I'm sitting here and being like, oh my god, dude, look at all them video interactions. And Ben's like, oh, fucking dislike, 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 dislike. Does it make you feel better? Even though, like, they're gonna be deleted anyway? Like, imagine being that pathetic, like, really. That's the other reason I stopped disliking people that I don't like going to their streams and shit. Because I was just like, why am I going to waste my time going to someone I don't like and just downvoting their shit for no reason? Why am I going to give you the extra engagement? Holy fuck. Yeah, they have a bot on their end that cleans up botting after the fact. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I mentioned dislikes or engagement. That could be it too. No, I've mentioned that on stream as well before. I was like, okay, thanks for the dislikes. But, like, I think Ben's actual intention in doing that, or whoever's it's either Ben or someone who's trying to defend him, but whatever. I think the actual intention behind that is to make it look like there's a lot more people disagreeing with me than there actually are. And because I actually saw this going on, like, it was clear there was some vote botting going on in on Reddit too, in some of the places where my streams were posted on Reddit. And yeah, like, if someone like goes out of their way to add a bunch of dislikes to the stream, then people, the hope is that people will come in and take one look at the like-dislike ratio and go, oh, well, this person isn't super credible. But in order to do that, you have to actually ratio the fucking stream. You have to actually get more dislikes than likes. And disliking with alts is never gonna fucking achieve that because YouTube doesn't fucking stand for that. So, holy fuck. Someone actually getting caught using bots to dislike your stream just now was cringe. Yeah, dude, like, again, I don't have proof that this was Ben, but who else would be doing this? And same with my streams getting flagged. That one chick that, you know, claims that it was just because I had her information in the stream and said she was only going to flag shit that had her information in it. Well, fine. Explain to me then why the Taylor and Amina interviews got flagged. Why did another stream get flagged? Who else would do that? So now it looks like Ben is engaging, like, again, like, he's clearly engaging in vote botting. He's engaging in false flagging. Not a good look. Really not a good fucking look. Hiccup was cute, thank you. Really not a good fucking look, y'all. Anyway, I have been streaming for a good long while. The old Scotsman fallacy. Yeah, dude. Funny how DP has view bots and paid for it, yet only has a few people chatting instead of a fast chat like bigger streams. Oops, did I say that? Wait, is that a conspiracy that I haven't heard that? I haven't heard that theory, and I haven't seen any evidence to back that up, but if that's the case, that's really pathetic. Have you invited or attempted to invite Ben to address these allegations? Is that something you'd be interested in? Honestly, first of all, I don't think he would. I have said a number of times, like, if you, I've called him out for being silent on this. Honestly, I'd prefer that he fucking go on his own fucking channel and respond to me. rather than having him come on my channel. I'd rather him, like, say something.
Keep doing your thing, don't let people silence you. That goes to all the victims too.
Thank you so much for that, Tragic. Absolutely. No one's silencing anyone. And yeah, same to the victims, yo. No, that's the thing. The silencing is over. It's over. Ben can keep, like, flailing around, desperately attempting to get my shit taken down. It's not gonna have the effect he wants it to. It's just not. This is out there now, and it's gonna continue to be out there. It's gonna continue to be talked about. And that's just how it is. You're not gonna avoid this one, Ben. You're just not. But, just watch the streams. The numbers don't add up. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into that. I don't really know what the fuck's going on there. But if that's the case, that is pathetic. Buying views on your channel is pathetic. I've never wanted to, like, I've had people, like, offer me before, hey, you want me to buy you some subs? You want me to help you, like, get a bunch of, like, fake subs? Like, why? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to artificially inflate my fucking numbers? All that does is give people a false perception of what your channel is pulling in, and honestly just raise more fucking uncomfortable questions for later if you ever get caught. It's not smart. Yeah, Shabisky style. Whatever. Whatever. It's cringe, but it's some cringe fucking shit, to be sure. I don't think it makes you a horrible person or whatever. It's just kind of pathetic. But anyway, yeah, I think I should wrap this up here. 'Cause yeah, I've streamed for quite a while. You know, I've already explained the false flagging. It's bullshit. You know, I didn't flag anybody, or I didn't dox anybody. That's ridiculous. And any information that was in my stream that, you know, was unintentional, I would have taken out anyway, and I've taken out, and it's fine. But you also don't get to flag me for saying your first name. You don't get to flag me for talking about the fact that Ben's name is out there and that it's not hard to find. You don't get to, like, I didn't dox anybody. I didn't reveal any fucking information on my channel, and I go out of my way to not do so. I also explained that, yeah, like, these people don't understand what doxing is. They just don't. Mentioning someone is not doxing. So, overall, Ben is a false flagger. Full stop. Alright? Let's not forget that. Ben is allegedly a sexual abuser / harasser / manipulator / possible alleged date rapist. And people should keep talking about this stuff. I encourage anyone watching who gives a shit to share this shit around. Spread this stuff to communities that you know people would care about this, people who know Ben or whatever. And yeah, let's not let this get silenced. Also, y'all can feel free to mirror any of my streams on this, especially since they're being false flagged and people are going to try to take them down for violations that I never committed. So if anyone mirrors one of my streams, especially like the interviews with Amina or Taylor, I will not view that as like you stealing my content, because at the end of the day, I didn't put those videos up on my channel in the first place to get views. I put them out there to get them out there, and I want them out there, whether they're on my channel or anyone else's channel. So, yeah, let's not let this get buried. But anyway, thank you everyone for hanging out, chilling, watching. I appreciate every one of you. I also appreciate those of y'all that donated. Thank you very much to both Tragic and Kyle Bradley. It means a lot. It really fucking helps out. For those of y'all that know, like, I'm kind of not in the greatest financial situation lately. So every little bit helps. Yeah. You can also feel free to support me on Patreon. You can become a patron for only $2 a month. Gets you access to all my fucking private shows and all the future ones. You can also send me shit on my Amazon wish list that I'll, like, open up on stream and tell everyone how fucking awesome you are. But even if you don't want to do any of that, I appreciate you guys just watching and hanging out and being so damn supportive. I appreciate every last one of you. And it really means a lot that you guys come here every time I stream and offer your support and shit. But anyway, I will see y'all next time. Like I said in my last stream, I've kind of got some personal shit going on this month, so I'll probably be streaming less than usual. But starting some point next month, we're gonna be going balls to the wall. Okay, we're gonna be going hardcore, and I have a lot of new ideas for revamping shit, and we're gonna go crazy. All right, it's gonna be dope. So for the time being, bear with me. Feel free to join my Discord if you want to chill with me outside of these streams. And yeah, see y'all next time, guys. Bye.